Well, Superman is here, and his Fortress of Solitude is awesome. Yesterday, we got a 5-minute preview of the upcoming film, and a lot of that featured the new Fortress of Solitude. And I had to take a couple minutes to dive in and talk about what I think is making this so great. So let's check out some of the new high-res stills, talk about the new Fortress, and why I think James Gunn has done something really, really cool with this. Like I was saying, yesterday we got a 5-minute preview of Superman. This is what's playing in front of the Minecraft movie, and once it leaked, well, DC decided to give us the official version. Now, since then, there's been a lot of discussion of what was revealed, especially when it comes to crypto, but I think the neatest takeaway from yesterday's preview was the new Fortress of Solitude. Now, this definitely has that classic crystalline structure that we've got to know in the Fortress of Solitude in recent years, but it's very apparent to me, like James Gunn said, he's really leaned into the Silver Age aspects of the fortress and its inhabitants. Now, throughout the trailer, we did get teased a little bit with the voice of Jor-El, and that does indeed sound quite a bit like the actor that we have been hearing is playing the role, which is none other than, spoiler alert, Bradley Cooper. Now, as far as the fortress goes, though, I have to say across the board, I liked everything, starting with the door. The door to Superman's Fortress of Solitude has always been something a bit classic. In case you didn't know, it used to have a giant keyhole in it, but what we got here, I totally liked. Now, once Superman is inside, though, that's when the Superman mythos really starts to unfold, because for really the very first time in live action, we've got Superman's droids. Now, if you know Superman through the Silver Age, there has been a lot of fantastical technology associated with the Fortress of Solitude. But in recent years, it's kind of really more become a somber place where Superman rests, meditates, or thinks through some of his problems, and not really this place that's inhabited by various types of Kryptonian technology. And clearly, Gunn has leaned into the latter. The robots themselves taking care of the wounded Superman, I absolutely loved. And in case you didn't notice, Creature Commandos actor Alan Tudyk is actually voicing number 5. And if I'm a betting man, he's probably going to be revealed as Keelix. But we'll have to wait for the film for that. Now, the aesthetic and sort of 1960s era looking technology really is reminiscent with classic Superman comics. So that in itself is a complete upgrade from what we've got in the past. Now for me though, the cherry on the top was that satellite dish action the fortress had. If you noticed, when they were healing Superman, the whole fortress rotated on its base like a giant satellite dish, capturing the best view of the sun. And that shot alone, I have to say, I absolutely loved and thought was one of the coolest additions to Superman's mythos anybody's made in a really long time. Now, we've seen some other shots from the fortress that seem to make it pretty clear that Lex is going to somehow get in there and probably destroy a lot of what is important to Superman. I am kind of hoping this stuff makes it out of this film, but these aspects of the character have always been something that's very classic and avoided in modern incarnations. I think when James Gunn was talking about things like All-Star Superman being part of the inspiration, he wasn't just talking about the spirit, he was talking about those Silver Age aspects that always worked with fans. And it seems to me that's exactly what we're getting. Now, Gunn said earlier today, this isn't a second trailer. This was a sizzle reel, and he's actually working on a brand new trailer right now. So we're going to really keep our eyes peeled because I think this is just a tease of what's to come. And he said the next trailer is going to, quote, blow people away, which is a pretty high bar for a trailer which is a pretty high bar since I thought the last trailer was just awesome. So what do you guys think? What did you think of the new Fortress of Solitude we got to see in the latest Superman sneak peek? And how do you feel about him leaning into all these Silver Age aspects of the character? It's definitely bringing something new to the screen. Now before you take off though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily videos and we want to be your place for all the Marvel and DC news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you're really in the know.